Ford. Think about Ford and me. I've always liked Ford. Ford has always been the car that I would like to pick if I have the money to pick any car I want. And this time around, I was able to. I have a Ford Focus SEL. It's a four-door hatchback, and it's a beautiful car. This is the SEL model. I was supposed to get an SE. In fact, I was looking at the SE because it was cheaper and everything. And it was a 2013, only 2 years old. But my wife and I fell in love with this car because of the color. It has that blue color if you've seen the previous video of me in a car. My wife and I fell in love with the color and the size and the fact that it didn't have that much mileage. It was good. And we decided this is probably the best car for us. So we picked the Ford Focus SEL. Just kind of go through the features real quick. This right here are the buttons to control that right there. Haven't quite figured out the My Keys. This thing has a key system where if you make adjustments, if I can show both at the same time, you can, okay, it wants me to buckle up to have audio. And that's the thing, I think there's a function where you can turn that off, but I haven't been able to find it. So that's the only thing. But what I do like is that there is no indication of what shift or what gear you're in here. There is nothing that shows it. So the only place you can see it is right here. And so as I shift, you can tell what gear I'm putting it in by shifting it as I move this up and down. The car's not on right now, so it's okay. I love the dials. I mean, this very bright blue and everything. It's a beautiful display, especially at night. It just shines really beautifully. And I think that adds to the awesomeness of the car. This huge display here is just fabulous. Now, the only thing is, it's a little bit slow on responsiveness. It takes a minute for it to go, huh, you know, to go where you want it to go. Oh, and by the way, I can make phone calls from this thing. So I don't have to pick my phone up. You should not use your phone while driving. But if you have to, make that quick call. I can. And the only thing I made so far was a call to my voicemail. But I have access to my directory here, everything that's in my phone book, which I have 1,000,001 names in there. History. Well, let's see what's in the history. Oh, there we go. I've been looking for other jobs, so this is it. There's my wife right there. Messaging. Oh, this currently connected phone does not support. I got a Windows phone, so probably that's the reason why. And I stick by my Windows phone. God damn it. Okay, Bluetooth on. So my phone's hooked up right now by way of Bluetooth. I got 911 assist on this thing. Let's look at information. You could do stuff like services. I could connect to like live traffic reports, receive turn by turn, and it's like $99 a year, I think, is what it costs. Yeah, I know that. Okay. I can update. I did my recent updates. I got the latest updates. Well, actually, Carmax did it because it said so. When you log into my account, it tells me when the updates were made, and I think Carmax did all that for me, which is awesome. Climate control. Everything I can do down here, I can do up here as well. Right now it's turned off, and it's turned off right now because the car's not on. It's just on battery right now. Check. Oh, that's the name of the song that I'm playing right now. It's one of my songs that I've made. But what's cool is you got audio video in, which I think is so cool because if someone brings in like an iPad or something that doesn't have Bluetooth capability, they can plug it in to the center console. I've never seen a car include an aux input before. That's awesome. That's awesome. It even has an SD card, so I can plug in a regular SD card with a bunch of music in it. And I can also plug in USB sticks. So if I have a 256 gigabyte USB stick, I can plug it in here, and all my music can go right there. I think that's pretty awesome too. As you can tell, I have a USB cord, and you can charge your phone on this USB as well, which is cool. I plugged my phone in before and it started charging. I thought that was the coolest thing. Right here is a 12-volt charger. It's not a cigarette adapter. There are no cigarette features in this car, so it's a smokeless car. My rear defroster, airbag indicator. I don't know what this is. I'm waiting for the owner's. I ordered the owner's manual. I checked online and didn't feel like reading through all the text, so I'm like, screw it. There's some vents under here from the air conditioning and the heater. The sound control, which is very basic because everything is controlled up here, basically. But I can change the source. Oh! AM radio. FM. And because I went to Carmax, and I think you get this with most dealerships, you get 3 months trial. And they do it for you. I mean, like, I don't even want XM Sirius radio. I really don't care for it. But I guess they turn in the serial number and everything, so they submitted it for me. And all of a sudden I got an email saying that your XM has been activated. And sure enough, my XM is activated. So CD player, old technology, but CD player is in here. USB stick, none detected, of course. Bluetooth, SD card, none detected, of course. And my AV inputs is all right there. Really cool stuff, really cool. Right now, the phone that I'm using is connected to the Bluetooth. I can lock, and on my lock my doors right here. I think that's really cool because if instead of having to go here, none of my lock controls are here. None of it. I cannot unlock my doors. It's just window and side mirror control, and I can turn off the rear. Now I did test this out. When I have this on, the people in the rear cannot roll up and down the windows, but I can, as you can tell. Okay, the person in the passenger seat can roll down their windows even when this is on. So this only stops the people in the rear from rolling down the windows. Good for kids and good for pets. Somehow my dog figured out a way to roll down my windows, so I just turn it off. And if I want to roll down the windows for them, I can. And I don't trust my dog. I'm not sure if my dog is trained not to jump out the window. So so what I do is I crack it for them just enough where they can peek their head out, but they probably won't be able to get their whole body out the window. Rear view mirror doesn't have any electronics like some cars do. It's just, and there's no automatic switching to bright when it's very bright. But what's good is that these windows are tinted, so even if a person do have their brights on behind me, it doesn't blind the hell out of me. But I am able to see cars behind me even when it's dark. I do live on a dark road, so I can see very well through these tinted windows. The rear windows and the side windows are also tinted. However, I think you can get the package if you have a 2015 or something like that, and you're getting a brand new Focus. I believe you can get the package that does not include tinted windows, if that's not what you want. But I think it makes the car look cool to have tinted windows. As I said before in a previous video, this comes with the, I'm not sure what you call these mirrors, but where I can see outside of what this can see. I like that, because usually I go to, Pet Boys or something like that, and get the extra mirror so I can see more, around me. But it comes with it built in, so I don't have to go and purchase that. I think I like that. Oh, this does come with vanity mirrors on both sides. I like that. That's really cool. And you see I got my insurance card. I don't know what this is here. And that's why I have to research. And I don't understand what all this is here. So I don't quite get this feature. It comes with, passenger lights, and you could turn on the entire car, or you could turn on individual lights separately to where the driver and the passenger can have their own light situation going on. And let's see. Emergency lights, of course. And side by side climate control. I'm not going to demonstrate that now, but my wife wants it hotter. I like it cooler. She can adjust both sides accordingly so that I don't get too hot, but she gets the warmness she needs. Cruise control. Oh, it's on this side. Whatever I'm driving, I can press either one, plus or minus, and it will set the speed of that. Whatever the car is traveling at that particular speed, it will set that automatically, and then I can increase it. I can turn it off and on here, but when I turn it on, it doesn't set the speed. So I turn it on first, then set the speed, and then increase or decrease the speed accordingly. So if I'm traveling on a highway and it goes from 70 to 60, and I got it on cruise control, I can just knock it down to 65 and travel at 65 miles per hour. If I had to slow down for whatever reason and then speed back up, I can just hit this and it will continue the speed that it was previously set. Answer a phone call right there. Hang up. Please say a command. Shut up, car. I hope it doesn't cut off this recording. I can answer my phone call, and I can also have my presets here. I haven't quite set this yet, but I'm probably going to put my wife as number 1 and me as number 2. When she's driving, she can just hit on number 2. So I haven't quite set that yet, and I will be setting that shortly. Horn. There we go. Okay, so it's the center. It's not these here. Those don't. You have to hit it here to get the horn going. Some cars, their buttons on the side. And the steering wheel is not bad. It's good grip. I feel very stable with this. Feel very comfortable driving this car. It feels like a stick. It has the ability to be a standard with these 2 buttons here. It has the ability to be a standard with up and down controls. But when you have it on automatic, it feels like a stick. It has that boom, and it's kind of something to get used to. But I like that because it has good pickup, and I'm able to control the car very well. And I have no problems controlling this car. It actually has pretty decent pickup for a 4-cylinder car. Very decent. Very impressed with how this car drives, how it feels. And maybe one of these days I'll take you guys for a ride. And I think that's about it. There's a lot of other features, left, right. Oh, I got the rear, windshield wipers control here. That's off. That's medium speed. That's fast speed. And of course, I have the rotary control for the intermittent ones. The key goes there. And I can adjust the steering wheel up and down just by hitting this lever here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lever here to lock it up. My wife can adjust it to her, her way. And Microsoft Sync is not Microsoft anymore. It's now Ford Sync. I think Ford just took it over and Microsoft just gave them technology. I guess Microsoft was hoping that different car manufacturers would take on that, but they didn't. So Ford took it on and called it the Ford Sync instead. But they're actually calling it Ford My Radio or My Car. They gave it a different name, actually. So it's not called Sync anymore either. So we'll see what Ford does with that. When I get a 2017 vehicle, when I trade this thing in for a 2018 whatever, I I will report back to you at that time and let you know what's happening at that time. All right, that's about it. I got to get back to work. It's almost time. You have a good day, and forward.